Haven't you ever wanted to look beyond the clouds and the stars? Or to know what causes the trees to bud? Or what turns the dark into light? But if you talk like that, people think you're crazy.
I just think you need to touch grass, man.
Don't you see, Paul? I want to create a living being. I just need the building blocks of life. I need parts.
David, where are these parts to come from, though?
I'll get it. Hello all, this is David from Sunward Hobbies, and in today's video I am going to be kit bashing, or as I like to call it, creating life. So I've got a Tamiya 1/35th scale German tank crew set, and a few WizKids D&D figures, and we are going to fuse them together into one perfect specimen. And the best thing about kit bashing is that I can do whatever I want, and you can't tell me that it's wrong. So prepare to be enlightened. So let's start with the torso, and pick which one of these subjects will be chosen for our experiment. I will go with D2. So I'm going to grab my sprue cutters and get to work. Now I may have given my creation a German torso, but just to prove that he will not show allegiance to one nation, I will also give him a Lee Enfield rifle and a British helmet, just to make things fair. So now I will give him some arms. Now the best way to cut these off is not really with sprue cutters, as even the sharpest ones can press in plastic and slightly damage it. So it's best to use a razor blade, a serrated razor blade, and just hack away. Beautiful. Now I'll hack off the other arm and we'll get started on the legs. For this, I will need to cut away that pesky base to get those beautiful legs. So in this case, I will use sprue cutters, but be careful to try not to get too close to his feet. Now the exact same thing with the legs. And now for the most important part, the brain inside this monster's thick skull. Well, this body simply won't do. Perfect. Now, because the WizKids figures are made of a different kind of plastic than the Tamiya ones, regular plastic cement will not work. Thus, I will have to use some CA glue. And if there are any gaps, then I will just have to fill them with putty later on. I changed my mind on his left leg. I'd like this instead. He'll learn to walk later. So now with my creation all assembled, all that remains is to paint him. First I will prime him with some Vallejo black primer. I shall do that off screen, and then we will return to paint him. It is getting there. So I was looking back on one of my older videos where I painted some figures, and I decided that my technique in that video is outdated. So for this new one, I've got it primed in black. Now I'm going to take my airbrush and use some Atom light gray. I'm going to spray it in a downward motion, which will naturally create highlights and shadows. And then once that is done, I will paint over it with very thinned out paints. and that should give the figure better realism than what I used in the past. So I will shake this paint up and pour it into the airbrush. And being an ammo atom paint, you don't have to thin it. I'm spraying at about just less than 20 psi. And as you can see, spraying at this angle only naturally highlights the figure and preserves the shadows. For his flesh, I will be using a mix of RLM 02 and RLM 76. And every paint I use from here on will be thinned approximately 50-50 with Atoms thinner and cleaner. So that is what the mixture will look like. As you can see, because of the thinned paint, there is a subtle variation between the highlights and shadows. Now I am painting his uniform, which is a mix of RLM 66 and satin black. His helmet is next, which is RLM 70. In this case, it will need more than one coat. Now for inside the mouth, I am using a mix of red and satin black. For nails and teeth, I'm using the same mixture I used for his flesh, RLM 02 and 76, but have also added in some RLM 79 and a little bit of light gray as well. Now I'm just going to pick off the last few details in satin black. Now I'm going to take some very thinned out black and basically use it like a wash to fill in all these crevices. And to wrap this up, I'm just going to dry brush some RLM 66 on these raised dark details here. It's built. It's painted. It's done. It's done. Oh, it's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. Oh, in the name of God. Now I know what it feels like to be God. In conclusion, see how fun kit bashing can be? And the only thing stopping you is your willingness to defy God and nature. So feel free to visit Sunward Hobbies in store or online and browse through our vast selection of kits and then decide what you want to create. So thank you very much for watching this video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, follow us on our socials, and until the next one, adios.